Do you want to know the top 10 best Shopify 2.0 themes? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the most important features on every e-com website and then share the top 10 best Shopify 2.0 themes for tech challenged makers based upon if they have these features. My name is Elise Nelson and I help tech challenged makers build a profitable e-commerce brand. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel where I offer lessons that are 15 minutes or less to help you grow your e-commerce shop. In this short video, we'll be talking about the anatomy of a website for sales and the best Shopify themes for your e-commerce business. Before we jump into this maker lesson, I'd love to know what theme you're using on Shopify or what platform you're using for your website if you aren't using Shopify. Leave a comment and let me know. All right, so let's start by talking about the most important features on every e-com website. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at my website Carry Clips as I talk about each of these so you can see what I'm talking about. Number one, you need to make sure that the logo is in the header and in the footer. The reason for this is because we wanna make sure that we are meeting our three goals. The first goal of an e-com website is purchases. The second goal is email list sign up. We cover both of those in previous videos in this series, but the reason you want to make sure you have the logo in the header and footer is for recognition. I give you more information about why recognition is important, but suffice it to say, on your website, those are our three goals, and your logo is going to help you with recognition. Then we're going to turn to our header menu appearance. So sticky menu means that when you scroll, the menu stays at the top of the screen. That also helps with recognition because your logo is visible the entire time that they are on your site. Another thing that you want to make sure you have is the ability to customize the desktop versus mobile menu. And the reason is because on desktop, you need to make sure you don't have too many menu items that will confuse your customer. You need your one goal to be really obvious. So in this case, by limiting my menu to 2 items, there's not so much for them to decide on when they're looking at my header. And by adding the heart emoji, which goes to my branding because it's the right color, it draws the eye to this specific button, which is what I want them to do, shop. We talk more about that in a previous lesson as well. So this is what the desktop menu looks like. I've got 2 main menu items and then they drop down to other menus. And then there's also the ability to have these extension dropouts. If you look at my mobile version, you can see the menu is the little hamburger icon. If I click on that, it goes immediately to all of the possibilities to go to. You don't have that menu of only 2 items with shop and more info. And so it's really important that you can have these menus laid out in different ways to take advantage of the platform that your shopper is shopping on. The next thing that's important is to make sure you have a consistent layout in the header. So no matter what device they are on, if they are on a desktop, a tablet, you're going to have these 2 options, and when they drop down, the drop downs are going to look exactly like this, straight down from the thing, and it will look exactly the same. If you look at the old debut theme, this is what the menu is like. So if I click on shop, you can see that I've got it laid out. There's 4 here, 4 here, and 1 here. But if I adjust the size, it changes the layout. And this makes it really, really hard to make sure that your menu is going to look good and that people are going to be able to see what's going on. So this is something we do not want. We want our layout to be consistent. So we want it to resize based upon the size that they're using on the screen, or to stick with something like a drop-down menu, which is easy to keep in one size because it's so skinny, right? So the header menu appearance needs to be consistent. And then of course, we want to make sure we have the search in our header as well. That is incredibly important as well. So next I want to talk about the collection page. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my shop all button. And here on the collection page, it's incredibly important that there's an option for quick view and add to cart right here on the collection page. So if I click on quick view, you can see I have all the options without having to wait for my screen to load to select what color I want and add to cart. And then if you want to view the details, it will take them to the page. You can also, of course, instead of clicking on the quick view, just click on the header or the picture and it will take them directly to the page. But this gives an opportunity for them not to have to load a new page, which means they won't have to spend as much time on your site, which is something that you really want to make sure that you offer. The other thing that you want to make sure you have on the collection page is the product rollover. This gives you an opportunity to show the product and show the product in use. Or if your product opens or does something like that, you can show it in the 2 different views of what it would look like. So the product rollover is something that gives them, again, more information without them having to actually click on the product page. So once we are on the product page, it is incredibly important that you have a photo gallery. So it's going to be one big image and then little images that they can choose from. You can see on this particular theme, if I hold my cursor, I get the right arrow button. That's going to take me through all the pictures. Or I can come down here at the bottom and click to go to another picture. This may seem like a pretty standard thing, but especially with the update to Shopify 2.0, there are quite a lot of themes that don't have this. So I want to show you an example. Let's go ahead and go into a product here. This is the Dawn theme. So I want you to watch, I'm going to scroll through the images. I want you to watch this side where the description is and see what happens. So if I scroll, do you see how the description stopped right here where it says easy? I have to scroll through every single product image, every single one, before it'll let me keep scrolling in the description. And this is kind of a newer thing that people are doing on their websites, but the problem is it prevents your audience from looking at your description. It prevents your audience from being able to look wherever they want to look. And so you are literally pigeonholing them into doing what the website wants them to do. And you need to make it so they can find what they're looking for. So we want to make sure that our product menu is something that they can actually scroll through easily. They can get to your description. They can get to everything that you want. Another thing we want to look at here on the product page is to make sure that the you may also like or buy it with or products related to this item is high on the page. So in this particular theme, you can see my you may also like, and you can actually put 2 here, is right below the buy buttons. And then my description is here on the left. So by having it here, it makes it so that people only have to scroll a small amount to get a referral to another product. This is you taking them down the path to the purchase. So when someone lands on this page, I think to myself, what might they like in addition to this? Or what might they like instead of this? Because they're either going to like it or they're not going to like it. And those are the 2 things that I would recommend putting here. So that is something else we want to look at. Most themes have the you may also like close to the bottom. Do you see how this is really close to the footer? And so you're having to scroll a lot further before you even see that. So I would highly, highly recommend that you have that higher in your particular theme. The next thing I want to look at is the cart itself. So we are going to go to here. So we're on our product page. We want to add to cart. So I'm going to click on add to cart. And you can see I have a drawer cart. What that means is they do not have to load a new page, which we want to avoid because we only get so many pages on a customer. And it actually gives them the opportunity to go, like they already feel like they're in checkout. So they're getting the best of both worlds. They're in the checkout and they're not having to wait for a new page to load. Most websites, your option is one or the other of these. So making sure that you have this option is really great. In addition, on this particular theme, you can see that I have this you may also like. So this is another opportunity to upsell them to another product, add something new to their cart. And this theme also will tell you left to free shipping. My site has free shipping on everything, so that's why you don't see it. But I've got this over here, and you can see it tells you whether you're eligible for free shipping. So this particular item is too expensive. Let's add that one, and we'll remove this expensive item. And do you see how this little bar changes and it tells you $15 more for free shipping? This is what we want. So this particular store has a $50 free shipping limit. And this is a really nice feature to not have to add on with coding or by adding an additional plugin or app. So that's something else that I really like here in the cart on this particular theme. So now let's go over to our home page. There's a couple things here on the home page that applies to other pages as well with Shopify 2.0 that you want to make sure that you have in your theme. The number 1 of these is custom HTML or Liquid. And the reason is because with custom HTML, you can use one very simple code to add a button, to add spacing, and add other custom coding like hiding a specific section on mobile or desktop. And these are really important features to be able to use, and having that ability in your homepage when you're editing in the customized section makes your job as a store owner so much easier. Several sections in every theme I've ever seen do not have a button with the section. And every single page when I scroll should have a button on it. Every single page should have call to actions. So here at the top, here's my button. Here on bestsellers, here's my buttons. These are all normal things that come in the theme. But here in the video section, it does not come with a button. So you want to have the ability to add that button because when I'm looking at this page, there needs to be a call to action. As I scroll, here's another button that we've added. So every single one of these pages should really have a button on them to call your customer to action wherever they are on your website, and having custom HTML in Liquid is going to make that possible. Additionally, we want to make sure we have drag and drop customization on all of the pages on our site. That is only available with Online Store 2.0. Any theme that is a 1.0 theme will not have this option. You'll have drag and drop customization on the homepage, but not on the rest of the pages of your site. Now, if you want more help with your e-commerce brand, be sure to subscribe and sign up for notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos that are 15 minutes or less to help you grow your e-commerce shop. All right, so now I want to talk a little bit about why Shopify 2.0 is better than Shopify 1.0. So the very first thing is that they have improved the load times and the site speed. And this is huge because, of course, Google ranks this very, very high on the algorithm. And the longer you make your customer wait, the more likely they are to leave your site without making a purchase. We really want our goal to be 3 seconds or less on all load times on our pages. The second thing is what we just talked about before the break, the drag and drop page builder for the homepage and all pages. In Shopify 1.0, you only had it on the homepage. Shopify 2.0, all your pages have a drag and drop page builder. And then the third big thing that is different between Shopify 2.0 and Shopify 1.0 is that they have improved the meta fields to allow further customization of your products, of your clients, of everything. So these three things are the big changes. There are others, but these are the ones that I really wanted to point out to you. This is why I recommend a Shopify 2.0 theme and not a Shopify 1.0 theme. Now, before Shopify 2.0 was available, I used the Shopify 1.0 debut theme. This theme has extensive coding information online and therefore was one of the easiest themes to customize because you could look stuff up and figure out how to do it yourself. It made it easier for my clients when I built their sites. Now, many of the features that we just discussed, I used coding to achieve on debut. So I am not telling you that these things are impossible if you don't use a theme that already has them. What I'm telling you is you would have to use custom coding or add an app. The app is most likely going to slow down your site. That's what I've seen with most apps on Shopify. And with the custom coding, when you want to update your site, it's going to cause you an issue because you have to know every single code that has been added or altered so that you can add it to the updated theme. Otherwise, you'll lose all those features. So all of these custom coding options that are manually put into your code have to be added every time you update your theme. And a lot of times when they update the themes, they've increased speed, they've done all these things that you want to be able to have. So even if you know all the coding, having to reapply it is a time-consuming headache. Making sure it gets put in the same place, if the theme has changed in any way, having to make the updates so that it'll actually still work with the new update. So now, instead of recommending the debut theme and adding custom coding to get the features that you need, I recommend getting a theme with all those features pre-installed because when it's time for an update, you won't have to mess with the code. Plus, if you run into an issue, you have a standard out-of-the-box theme that anyone can troubleshoot, and you'll get direct support from the theme designer. Before we jump into the rest of the lesson, please like this video and comment "no code" to let me know you understand why not using code is the best choice when it comes to setting up your Shopify website. Also, be sure to stick with me to the end of the video to learn your challenge for today and implement what you've learned. Now it's time to talk about themes. I will be using the free Shopify 1.0 debut theme as our baseline, and we'll be comparing it to 10 Shopify 2.0 themes. Now, I have eliminated dozens of themes because they did not have two extremely important features. Number one is the product gallery on the product page, which I already demonstrated for you. We want to make sure we have the photo gallery, okay? We want to make sure we're not pigeonholing our customers. And number two, the ability to put the logo in the footer. Now, after eliminating any theme that did not have those two features, I was left with just 10 Shopify 2.0 themes. And that means we will be going over these 10 themes today. The Shopify Crave theme, the Shopify Avatar theme, the Shopify Modular theme, the Shopify Palo Alto theme, the Shopify Canopy theme, the Shopify Pipeline theme, the Shopify 2.0 Focal theme, the Shopify Motion theme, and the Out of the Sandbox Turbo theme, and the Shopify Flex theme. So those are our 10 themes. I've got them all laid out for you here on our website theme comparison: Debut, Crave, Avatar, Modular, Palo Alto, Canopy, Pipeline, Focal, Motion, Turbo, and Flex. So those are the 10 themes that are 2.0 and the 1.0 theme. Let's go ahead and go through this now. So basically what I've done is all of those features that we talked about at the beginning of this video, I have laid out over here. And then if they are for a specific part of the website, that's listed here. So here's our header menu things, our collection page, product page, and cart page. And then I have checked off the themes that have those features. So, and then I've created totals here at the bottom that will tell you how many of those features are included in each theme. I have ranked the themes in order from cheapest to most expensive. So I will be going over my 2 favorite themes in the next 2 videos on this site. So if you're watching this after it's been released, you probably can go and look at those now. There'll be links in the description of this video to the playlist so that you can go and see each of those. But if you look at the numbers, these totals at the bottom, you can see clearly that Focal has every single one of these features. It is a $300 theme. So you would have to pay for the theme. It is a one-time cost. It is not an annual cost. That's how most of these themes work. And then you would get all those features that I recommended on this video, 13 features. If you're looking for a free theme, there are not any free themes that have all of these features that I've been able to find. However, the Crave theme has the 2 most important things, which is the logo in the header and footer and the photo gallery. And the Crave theme looks very strange when you look at it, but all of those strange looks can be edited. It actually has a lot of customization options as far as changing how your photos look, how basically every element on your site looks. So this is a theme I recommend mostly because of the photo gallery. Most of the free themes for Shopify 2.0 have that weird scrolling photo gallery that we looked at earlier. Now with Crave, you only get 6 of these versus the 13 with Focal. And the ones that Focal gives you that Crave does not, in my opinion, are very important. But let's hit on the 3 that only Focal has. And these are 3 very important things. So, customizing your desktop menu and your mobile menu. Only Focal has this ability. And so this is a huge, huge deal. For all these other themes, you would have to get an app or a plugin to make this possible. Or do custom coding, which is what I did on Debut when I was using the Debut theme. The second one is the You May Also Like in the cart, and the third one is the Left to Free Shipping in the cart. And both of these things will help you improve your conversion rates. So these are incredibly important features that are not available on any of these other themes. I have ranked this from cheapest to most expensive, and you can see that there are 3 themes listed that do not have all of these features that are more expensive than Focal. And then I have 2, 4, 5 themes that you have to pay for that are less expensive than Focal. But in my opinion, if I look at this $220 theme, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 features that Focal has. That's worth the extra payment of $80, in my opinion, to get those features and know that they are included in my theme. Most people, $80 is a few sales. I would highly recommend you start with the right theme rather than trying to go with a lower cost theme that will ultimately not give you what you need. Custom HTML is incredibly important, so I would not even consider Avatar because it does not have custom HTML. There are ways to work around this, and I will try and do a video showing you how to work around this if you have to. You can see the Crave theme also does not have this feature, so that's our free theme. And so there are ways to get around it, but it is a lot more complicated. It will make it harder for you in the long run to work your pages. So I would highly recommend making sure you have custom HTML. So that would take us up to the modular theme at $250. And again, with the 5 features that are missing in the modular theme that Focal has, I would spend the extra $50. $10 per feature gets you everything that you need to have on your website. If you have any questions, definitely post those below. Comment and let me know what your questions are about each of these themes. I will be doing a video about the Focal theme and about the Crave theme and what I love about each of those themes and why those are the 2 themes that I would recommend if you want to build your website with Shopify. Today's question was, what theme are you using in Shopify, or what platform are you using for your website if you aren't using Shopify? Leave a comment and let me know. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this playlist to learn more about how to build a website for sales. Plus, be sure to download the website theme comparison checklist, which we looked at here, to determine if the platform or Shopify theme that you're considering checks all the boxes. The link is in the description. So even if you are not using a Shopify theme, if you're on, say, WooCommerce, you can still make sure it has all of these features. Go download this comparison. It is completely free. You just have to go in and get it. There'll be a link in the description, and then you'll be able to look at all these features and determine if you have what you need for your website. To get help with your e-commerce website, even if you're tech challenged, be sure to check out the links in the description for my website review call, website building, and strategy sessions. You can also grab my book, Browser versus Buyer, Optimize Your E-commerce Website and Get More Sales. Your challenge for today is to determine which of my comparison criteria are important to you and make your own list of the perfect theme. Be sure to comment and let me know if you agree with my conclusion, and if not, which theme you love. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel because on Wednesday, I'll be randomly picking one of the comments below, and if you are subscribed to the channel, you will win a free ticket to my social media video challenge that starts May 9th called the Social Media Growth Challenge. Best of luck to you all. Don't forget to live your dream every single day, and I will see you in the next video.